I'd like to show you how easy it is to put on and to fit a Hager collar. When Sasha came home from the vet, she was wearing a collar many of your birds probably have worn or are wearing now. It's round. Sasha, as you can see, had chewed on the top part, and she had also chewed on, well, she chewed the whole top of it off. This was not going to be a long time answer or solution for us. We had to come across something, and we had to find something else that was going to work. This collar was the reason for a vet visit. It's narrow, it's thin, and even though they put tape on the inside, it's still sharp enough to cause problems for her. This collar actually ended up cutting a hole in her neck. This collar is never going to go back on Sasha. This collar was not going to work for us because Sasha had 2 holes into it. Granted, it was a little bit too big for her. However, the problem was that she was chewing through it, and she did this in a matter of 24 hours. If she had it on for the rest of her life, there was no way that this was going to last. As you can see, she chewed along the sides as well, and she had actually figured out that she could pull out the pin, she could get the collar off. So this just was not going to be a long-term answer for us. Then we came across the Hager collar, which for us ended up being just a fantastic godsend. Sasha was already wearing this collar, so what we ended up doing to fit her was to put the collar on, and through observing her and watching her, we realized that this width of the collar was really okay. So I cut an envelope and ended up cutting it approximately the same width as our collar over here. Then, because we had had so many other collars on Sasha, Sasha was actually wearing this gauze collar along with the plastic collar. So we had something that was about, well, that looked like that. So for us, it was really easy for us to figure out what length she needed. I took this collar, put it against my strip, then I went ahead and added the extra inches as given directions in the brochure. And we ended up with a Hager collar that looked like this. For us, we found out that the straight across cervical collar idea worked the best. We had tried putting something with a shield on Sasha. For us, it did not work. It actually took us 4 or 5 attempts to get a collar design that was going to work well for her. But once we figured it out, we figured it out, and it works quite well. So anyway, this is your collar, and this is your bird. And it really is as simple as taking it and wrapping it around the bird, and then taking the Velcro strip and attaching it. So here's Kiki with this collar. And it's very easy to go ahead and to remove that collar as well. You just take it. I always find actually that once I put the collar on, I push it in a little bit because otherwise Sasha tends to chew on the Velcro. We've gone through quite a bit of Velcro. She chews on it. She actually chewed a hole in this one. You take the Velcro and then you hold onto the collar and you just pull it up and off and away from your bird. Within seconds, you can put it on, you can take it off, you can adjust it. While you're in the adjustment phase, I recommend keeping a spare collar. So while you are adjusting one, you can go ahead and you can put on a collar on you if your bird is a significant picker. Sasha cannot be without a collar for more than 5 seconds before she starts to pick. And that's it. It's incredibly easy. It's incredibly lightweight. And with the exception of putting it on and learning how to adjust it, the bird loves it. She's actually become a normal parrot again. She flies all over the place. She's happy. She's walking around her cage again. This collar makes it makes it impossible for them to walk around their cage without getting their head stuck in something. So she's finally figured out, after being in the Hagar collar for a little over a month, that she can walk around and she can be a normal bird and she can be a normal parrot without having to worry about getting her head stuck again. So for us, the collar has been a fantastic find. It's working well. Your first collar is probably not going to be the answer. It is a trial and error process. Parrots chew. They're going to chew on the first couple collars. This is our first collar. You can see Sasha chewed the edges of it. It's truly a trial and error process, but don't give up. Take the time. Learn to work with the collar. Learn to work what's going to work for your bird. And once you find out what works for your bird, it really is going to liberate them. They're going to be so happy. They're going to be comfortable. And it really is worth taking the time and taking the effort to go ahead and to get that collar properly fitted for your parrot.